This episode of TechZilla is sponsored by Domain.com.
MM Habib tweets at Patrick Norton, iPad Mini or LeapPad Ultra for a 4 to 6 year old.
Okay, if you don't have kids or grandparents, you've probably never heard of LeapPad or Leapfrog. It's kid-centric technology. Yeah, a lot of folks really like the Leapfrog's, the LeapPad Ultra. It's a relatively kid-proof learning and entertainment edutainment tablet. It's $150. The Ultra is fairly affordable. Comes with 11 apps. And this is where Leapfrog kind of falls apart for me. One of the apps is Calculator and Pet Pad Party app. I'm not a huge fan, possibly because of the horrid experience my family had with an earlier Leapfrog product, which was kind of like a speak and spell without the charm. But for their tablets, Leapfrog is really the only source of apps, as far as I know. They have a catalog of 800 or so games, ebooks, and more. It's a very locked down environment, and they are going to make money off of you, off of the software, last I checked. Unless I have completely lost my mind and they're giving away the apps for free, but I'm pretty sure their whole idea is that they create, there it is, looks like yours, plays like theirs, online access within safe walls. And to a certain degree, you know, it's a fairly locked down environment, and if you don't want to have to deal with like monitoring your child's habits, something like this can help. Me personally, I've had really good luck with the iPad with our boys. It's a first-gen Wi-Fi. We control access to it. They don't get it whenever they want. Access is very limited. I don't like the idea of letting my kid have anything attached to the internet without me being around. That said, guided access, which is built into iOS, lets you lock down what the little wee darlings can access on your phone. It is a godsend, and there are some really great apps for the little kids on iOS. I will say, though, something you definitely want to do, in my case, if you spend several $100s for a tablet, is getting something like an OtterBox or LifeProof case. What I'm holding right here is a LifeProof case. And what I'm holding right here is a juice box.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A real box full of juice.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, well, here's the thing, though, right? You know, cases are great for small children. I'm not particularly worried about this, and if I screw it up, which isn't going to happen because it's a LifeProof case, Brendan will kill me. But the thing is,
it's
like,
not yours. I like that.
Oh, don't worry. Look, don't worry. Trust me, LifeProof cases are amazing. OtterBox cases are really amazing too. Look, kids, I've just downed it in juice, and there is no need to panic. It is safe, it is functioning, and it is going to be really sticky. But now I can wash it off.
That's
but you
how
laugh,
you get
right?
ants.
Peanut butter in a Blu-ray player will ruin your life. Didn't happen to me, happened to a friend.
New Blu-ray player.
We don't have an Android tablet at home. I think that would be a perfectly acceptable substitute. The Nexus 7. You should hold up the Nexus 7 because my hands are sticky. Apps like there's parental controls built into there. Apps like Famigo Sandbox make it super easy to control what your kids have access to on Android. In a lot of ways, because Android is open and allows you to do things on the operating system level, it's probably even easier to set up than an iPad on iOS. So do us a favor. If you got some tablet ideas for kids or your favorite kids apps for Android or iOS, email us, techzilla@risen3.com. We'll do a list and we'll share them all with the TechZilla crew. I mean, I got to be amazed. Some of the educational apps are utterly fantastic, and some of them are crap. So you're going to want to very carefully curate what your little darling has access to.
It's that transitional age period. I'm always thinking like that. You get into that like 9, 10, 11-year-old range where they're a little more clever, and if you give them something that's a regular tablet, they're going to figure a way to do whatever the heck they want with it. So that's where the parental guidance comes in.
Guided access, like an iOS, basically you lock down and you have a 4-number key.
Okay.
I mean that's I'm sure my children will figure out a way around it because they're my children and they're evil.
And they'll find other means of accessing the internet. But that's a good point, though. I do appreciate, though, having something like the LeapPad's locked down, completely locked down interface, where it's like you're not going to be going out and accidentally hitting the buy button on a bunch of stuff. Well, hopefully not. But that, and it's just a more limited environment and not quite the Wild West of an Android device, so to speak, in terms of stuff you could install versus even like iOS.
We're also really big in the idea that the computers or the laptops are going to be in a room like our gigantic kitchen where the parents are able to watch what's going on. I don't want my kids to have private access to the internet until they're in college. Cue teenage parent laughter now. Hey, let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors.
If you haven't yet, you should really try out Domain.com. The site provides one-stop shopping for all of your domain name and web hosting needs. These guys are awesome. Domain.com's simple search quickly shows you available domain names and web hosting options, making it easy to select the domain extension and the hosting plan that's right for you. And Domain.com's easy checkout smooths the process. It erases the hassle and keeps you from saying, huh? How does this thing work? The folks at Domain.com are hooking you up. At checkout, use the coupon code TechZilla for 20% off of your purchase, and that's an amazing offer.